Welcome to the Conscious Creative Podcast, your weekly dose of soul-to-soul conversation that will have you saying peace out to your 9 to 5 to explore in your sacred calling. The topics center around conscious business and interviews with the folks who started them. We'll be exploring the art of being human and what it takes to live your life fully expressed and financially free. I'm Christina Gomes, and I went from high-paying job as a psychotherapist to leaving it all behind for my desire to travel the world playing my original music, to becoming the CEO and soulpreneur founder of freeyourcreativity.org, where I help visionary leaders create the businesses of their wildest dreams. If you have a sacred calling, stick around. My prayer is that you become the permission slip for the collective as you hear the soul-inspiring stories that call you forth into creative action. Let's get to the soul. Hello, wild, wealthy, and well-known soulpreneurs. Soulpreneurs. I love the way that word rolls off of my tongue. Is anybody experiencing a bit of contraction right now? I know that I just got some news right before this call, and I was like, wow, very, very interesting that I would be experiencing like a little bit of shakiness, a little bit of emotion, and then get to decide to show up for myself and show up for all of you and show up for you all. And that's sort of what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to teach you, share with you, help you to shift into someone who is unfuckwithable in business. And so I find it so interesting that I, of course, would be tested with a topic like this. Am I truly unfuckwithable? And what I want to say in this moment, that unfuckwithable does not mean that you are a robot without emotions, that the world doesn't affect you, that things happening on social media doesn't affect you, that your personal life won't affect your business life. It is truly all connected. We are truly all connected. We are truly deep feeling individuals. And this is why I don't help just any entrepreneur. I help folks who understand that our businesses are going to be a part of our soul growth and evolution. So we came here with a certain star chart. We came here with a certain mission. We came here with a certain soul purpose, and you are uncovering it as you walk. Each step, each action step, each aligned action step, each choice, each message that you share each day, it all builds on one another. There is not one thing that can make or break you. There is not one thing that can make or break me. And so we are going to talk about the recession today. We're going to take a little dip into the past and help you to see how people actually don't just survive these kind of worldwide events, but end up thriving, end up expanding, end up with the life that they couldn't possibly imagine, but that unfolded because they chose themselves over circumstances, because they chose their desires, themselves, their vision, over media, over a blip, a flash in the pan. So this whole life is a flash in the pan. And when I think of life that way, when I think of life as something that we get to co-create with, when I think of the universe as not this place of only tests, but this place of joy, this place of this like hug, this all-pervading hug, this all-pervading consciousness. When I think of a higher mission, a higher power, and I understand that I am a puzzle piece, I understand that I am a human, that I am a soul that has come here with a mission that does not outweigh anyone else's mission, that is not better or worse than somebody else's life purpose and mission and the messes that they had to experience and the traumas and the lessons that they had to experience. We are each no better or worse than someone because of the things that we've struggled through or the things that we've been gifted. We are no better or worse. We are all in this together. And so I believe, my belief system has allowed me to not only survive a pandemic, but thrive. So I'm going to teach you today how in the first year of my business, well, rather, so I've been in business for over 10 years. I've been a soulpreneur for over 10 years, an entrepreneur. I've been walking the world, sharing my spiritual gifts, sharing yoga, sharing my teachings, sharing what I learned in this far off corner of the world, making jewelry, designing clothes. I've been an entrepreneur for a very, very long time. Even before I graduated with my master's in clinical psychology, I was a nanny for for babies, for little babies in the town that I was living in. And that's an entrepreneurial endeavor as well. I had to really put myself out there. I had to choose myself so that I could be available to be present for little people. And I mean, being a nanny in somebody's family is not a small thing. They are really trusting you with their most precious gift. And now people trust me with their most precious gift, which is their offerings. Right? When we birth a child, we also birth an offering, whether we're male, female, non binary. This is a creation process. This is a creation process. So I hold those families that I work for in high regard, and I hold you in high regard that you trust me even in this moment, in this transmission, with your mindset right now, with your vision, with who you want to become. And so I don't, it's like I'm not that serious of a girl, but I don't actually take life lightly. It gets to be both. I like to play. And when you see a leader, when you see somebody who is someone you admire, the people that I admire most are laughing. They're giggling. They know, like the Dalai Lama. Like they know that suffering is a part of life, that life will ebb and flow, that we will get bad news, that we won't feel great every day, that we'll get a cold, that uh, global pandemics happen, recessions happen. And I'm going to give you some practical tools today. So stay with me here. But all of these things happen in a life, and I'm going to help you today to not be a rag doll in life, but to really co-create with life itself, to co-create with the universe, to have your desires front and center of your life and take the helm of the ship that is your life and flow with the sacred waters, right? Flow with the sacred waters. We do not get to choose when we die. We do not get to choose where the seeds will plant in the life. The wind blows and the seeds are planted. However, we can plant seeds in our own garden. And so if your life is your own garden, if your life is what you make of it, you get to decide if there are bugs there, what you're going to do. If there are bugs there eating up your leaves, what are the aligned action steps that you're going to take so that your garden flourishes, so that you stay healthy, so that you stay well. In a healthy, well mindset deserves some support. And I understand that's why you are here. We're not only going to talk about mindset today, but I want to dive into these soul shifts, these mindset shifts first, and how I really pandemic proof my business. So the first year with a high value offer where I decided to show up internationally on the international stage of social media and invite people from around the world to work with me. And I marketed with joy, and learned to sell, and I practiced selling. And I even from that place of practice developed my own transformational process of selling. All of this came from the knowing that my calling, that my purpose, that my devotion to my life and my work in the world and speaking into your life and staying grounded, not only for me and staying centered, not only for me, but for those around me who could use a grounded, centered presence. That was my mission. My mission was to share a different message. My mission was to share the messages that were moving through me. And so my mission was to clear out the noise, what people were saying about the pandemic, what tragedies were happening, and focus on what I could do about this. So I think it's oh, won't you be my neighbor? Who is this human? Rogers, Mr. Rogers. I'm aging myself right now, but Mr. Rogers was my father growing up. So many of you know I didn't really have a father growing up. So TV was my father. Mr. Rogers was the father I never had. And one thing that he said that stood out to me all my life is that in times of tragedy, look for the helpers, that there are helpers everywhere you go. Look for the helpers. And more than likely, you actually are that helper. And that doesn't mean that you will not experience your own tragedies in your own life and your own sense of being knocked off center. That's why you get to also be guided, supported, served, and helped. So look for the helpers. So you get to look for the helpers as those that see you as a leader, as a grounded presence, as someone making moves, as someone speaking truths, as they look to you to be guided, helped. Maybe you have children, maybe you have nieces and nephews, maybe you have a community that no matter how hard you try to hide sometimes, you're still seen as a leader. And so, where do you go when you want to lean back in the knowing that you are supported, that you have someone to talk to when a potential client that you thought was a dream client says no and it feels like a deep rejection? Who is holding you through that? Do you have somebody with that skill and that knowing who's been before? Because somebody, a friend that you speak to, that is also going through a pandemic or a recession or whatever the global thing that is happening in the moment, and you want to share your actual truth, your troubling truth of that you got told no on a sales call and it does hurt, and they don't get it because somebody in their family's sick, and they just tell you, oh, find the silver lining, and you want to give a two middle fingers to the fucking silver lining because you are not only experiencing what the global humanity is experiencing, but now your purpose and your soul's desire, you are now experiencing a individual hurt, a little rejection, a little hurt. And I can tell you all ding dang day that you'll get through this, and you will. But isn't it much more desirable and much more fun and much more aligned and alive for you to have someone actually in your corner to describe to you, to hold space for you, to express to you, we are going to get this on the other side of this, but together. And I know that sucks. And here are actually some skills to help your next sales call become a yes. But not only that, that sucks. This truly does suck, you know? And I want to help you to become adaptable and fluid and in your creative flow. And when you are an adaptable, fluid, flow in your creative flow kind of person, a pause doesn't mean that you are stopping. And so maybe our mentorship together, you are in a season of pause and you still get support around that. And in fact, I coached a few people who were not in launch mode last round of my conscious creative business immersion. They were in creation mode. They were in receiving support mode. And I am not here to tell my clients what season of business it is for them. I am here to support them through whatever season of business they find themselves in. And if they desire to be in launch mode, to be in sales mode, to be serving in their gifts, regardless of what the outside society, circumstance, even life circumstance, personal circumstance, divorce, heartbreak, daily heartbreak when we are running a business based on sharing our gifts, and maybe we don't feel seen when our reel doesn't go viral. Maybe we don't feel witnessed when people aren't attending our live videos. And all of these feelings are normalized. It is what we do with those feelings, and not do as in like go, go, go do. I'm saying, how do we move those feelings? How do we allow ourselves to truly be witnessed in those feelings? How do we not just hustle through and put our feelings in some box and say, no, if I'm not doing it right, if it's not easy, you are doing it right. You are doing it right. Whatever way you want to do it, if this is your soul's mission, you cannot fuck this up. And it just will be more fluid with support. It just will. Because we get to direct our flow of energy. We can direct it straight into a bathtub and lounge into the bathtub. We can direct our energy there. We can direct our fingers to write. So I just received a disappointing news right before this live video. And so instead of collapsing, I'm directing this energy, this creative energy, because disappointment is a creation process. Disappointment is a creative energy. And I'm directing it here to you to be present with you right now, because I am the leader of my life. And I want you to know truly and deeply that you do not have to be in high vibe feelings that are considered high vibrational to create clients and money and a sustainable business that you are in love with, that will come with ups and downs. And if you can be in love with the downs as deep as you are in love with the ups, then this is how you become unfuckwithable in business. This is how you become unstoppable. This is how you become unapologetic. I will show up even in a moment of heartbreak. And the people that I admire, the people that lead us to a new paradigm way of marketing, they are not going, oh, I am going through a divorce, so I am not available to serve my clients. They get to utilize the energy of heartbreak, which is a deep and powerful and profound energy, and they get to channel it into something that is going to better humanity, or at the very least, better that one human who has chosen to go all in on themselves and co-create with them, co-create with you. You do not have to collapse every time you meet a disappointment. You don't have to, and you get to decide. So I want to talk a little bit about recession and what recession means or doesn't mean. So recession doesn't mean that people don't have money. But this is the fear mongering that happens in media world that is based on advertisement. So mainstream media, as we see it today, and I deeply studied this as a psychotherapist, as a human that studied psychology, I also studied the psychology of advertisement. And this is why when I can see myself going down the line of fear-based marketing or traditional advertisement, I can really feel it. I can feel it in my bones that it is not a pathway that I'm willing to take anymore. And so I'm here realigning with what you and I are really here for. What is the depth? What is the nuance of marketing that's really going to align with our soul's purpose? And so fear-based marketing, if it accidentally seeps into either one of our content, then we're both going to know it and we're going to realign together. That's what I'm here for in my business immersion, is that I'm going to help you to create content that really is pouring forth from the deepest essence of you. And so that people can feel you, feel your heart, feel your soul's mission, and want to be a part of that. That's magnetic energy. You won't need a fear-based marketing. You won't need a deadline. You won't need crushing statistics to help people to see that your program is the one for them. They get to feel into your heart, feel into your message, feel into your methods that are different, a breath of fresh air. And so this is also how you recession proof your business, because recession doesn't mean that people don't have money. Recession is a thought, and people will gain on this collective thought because the media is pushing this program. The media is pushing this program. And people start talking about things and they put people into a fear consciousness. And then people act like sheeples and they stop spending money because some nerd in a suit predicted a recession. And this thought spreads. Collective consciousness is not good or bad. Collective consciousness is collective thoughts that become collective beliefs. And so, what I'm here for is to disrupt the pattern, to say something real. When I was in college, in grad school, I luckily went to such beautiful schools that helped us to think for our dang selves. So they helped me to think like this. And so I wasn't in a traditional school that was like, here is this is the way it is. Recessions happen. This is how the economy works. And I loved that. And then I took myself out of traditional learning and higher learning. I almost got a PhD, and I decided, what do I really want a PhD in? I want a PhD in life. And I removed myself from normal paradigm reality, and I started walking around the world basically barefoot with the ukulele, no means to make money in a traditional way, with only my message, my wisdom, my gifts, my teachings, the things that I wanted to share, and some like jewelry and designs. And I made money throughout the world. I supported myself financially throughout the world with those things. Okay. And so I know that you can support yourself financially if you focus on what your truth is, what you're really here to do. And I decided that because I was a girl who loved politics, I was right there at the TV when Barack Obama made president because I'm brown. So I was like, holy shit, this is big. Holy crap. And I saw the cultural thing that was happening, right? Whatever we believe about politics, whatever we believe about the government, I saw a brown face on TV being sworn in like in a place of leadership. And that's what touched me. And so it's always been about the depth for me and not what some dude tells me is the way life is, or even some chick. Like, I'm the chick, you're the dude, you're the truth. You have downloads, you have creative vision, you have respect for yourself, where you're not going to let somebody tell you that this is the way that it is and good luck on your life. So I want to help you to get in rooms where people think for themselves, because you already think for yourself. It's just the collective consciousness is such a strong and powerful energy that these thoughts can come and they can put us in our own fear state. It happens to me still. I don't want you to think that I'm perfect in this. And this is why I receive coaching and mentorship and guidance from people who are not just financial advisors or economic economists economists. And I am not a financial advisor, and I understand the universal principles, spiritual structures, psychological foundations that also are a part of this world. And so what I want to transmit here and now is that there are more important things than what the media has said is life. There are more important things than the news. And right now, mainstream media in the news is shutting down parts of the media that are letting us know that there are women in Iran earning their hijabs for their own voice and respect and truth, and being imprisoned and murdered for this. I don't know this from mainstream media. I know this from my brothers and sisters who decided to take a stand for their own voice and are using social media and are messaging me privately and are sharing the truth of what is happening in the world. That media, it does not. So is there a recession? What is a recession? Honestly, I believe that it is a thought. Recession is a thought. The people start spending their money in ways that old white men said is the way that we should start spending our money. And so I'm here as a pattern disruptor to ask you, does this feel true to you? Does this feel true to you? And so if you can invest money in the most beautiful asset that you have forever and always, which is your big, beautiful brain, your gorgeous mind, your soul expansion, then you will be unfuckwithable. You will recession-proof your business. And here's why. Because in times of tragedies, people are always looking for the helpers. Before Mr. Rogers told us to look for the helpers, we have always been looking for the helpers. You are that helper. That's why you came here with the soul's mission. You came here with the truth. You came here with the inner knowing. You came here with the desire to help people, to serve, and to serve yourself also, and to be and to help yourself, but also to pass on that ancient wisdom, that the downloads you're receiving, the guidance, whatever tool you work with. It's no coincidence that you were guided to learn and to study deeply that tool so that you could spread this mission, this purpose, this new collective consciousness, this new consciousness that gets to emerge with you at the point that is bigger than money, that is bigger than money, right? And so we don't have to start squirreling away our money. We don't have to start saving for a rainy day. And this is something that my coach has said, Juliana Garcia, is that poverty consciousness and poor people, they save for a rainy day. And that hit me because I grew up poor. So I was like, I know it's true. Yep, definitely. And rich people, wealthy people rather, rich, wealthy, it's all a bunch of fucking words. Wealthy people, rich people, people with abundance, people, whether they have abundance or not, like whether they have money or not, live in the presence of abundance. You know, like if your bank account's going down, you don't start stuffing things in mattresses. If some dude tells you that there's a recession, you don't start, oh God, I got to save for the recession over. What is that? It doesn't make any sense. And whether you're a more logical person and you're like, well, I need to import logic into this, it doesn't make logical sense to save for a rainy day when the truth of the spiritual essence of the world is that the moment is now. We have one moment to live, and how do you want to live it? Do you want to be supported? Do you want to be guided? Do you want to be helped to move through when the world feels like it's on your shoulders and crushing you, when you feel like it is such a bummer that your launch didn't work out the way that you wanted to? Who do you want by your side supporting you? Someone that's never launched before? Some dude that got hired as a newscaster to tell you thoughts that he's being fed by God knows who? Now, like God knows you. God knows you. The universe knows you. The universe knows your individual soul connected to the whole, connected to the whole soul, connected to the oversoul, connected to the magnificence of what is life. God and the universe and the great mystery and the all-pervading hug knows you and your desires and your wishes and your dreams. So recession, smishession, why everybody's obsessed. I'm not. So we run on a different path. And there are folks out there that recession isn't a word for them as well. They're millionaires. They have a big savings. They're available to get loans. They want to act in ways that are aligned with their deepest desires, and they want to be supported by you. They want to hear your message. They want to hear your breath of fresh air. They want to hear something different than what the collective consciousness is feeding to them. They are no longer desiring to make money their God. They want to circulate money. They want to move money because God, the universe, the great mystery spirit is in motion. And whenever we're getting stuck, whenever we're sticking money somewhere where it has no purpose, that's a stuck, stagnant energy. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't save if you'd love to. And if you are investing in your business right now, this is going to future-proof your business because it has only and forever been the investments that I've made in myself when I didn't think I could, or people said I shouldn't, or my parents said, wow, that's as much as your master's degree. You're going to invest in that? Yes, I'm invested in a master's degree. Why wouldn't I invest in my business and helping it to flourish and helping my voice? And my business is an extension of me. My message is this because I'm supported. My message is clear because that disappointing news that I got right before this live video means nothing to the overall state of my business and the trajectory that we are all on, which is on the rise, And the new way, the deep way, the whole way, that's been on the rise. So what I know to be true, so I don't know about this recession or how it's going to affect people individually. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not economist. um, but what I do know about the economy is it's also on the rise, on a growth trajectory. We're all in an abundant flow. There is an infinite amount of money. They literally print money. Like, when you understand what is the concept of money, it is just being printed in some machine somewhere. So why do only 1% of the population get that printed out money? It's bullshit. And we get to claim that the spiritual essence of humanity gets to be abundant as well. But you need to claim that. Whatever your gifts are, whatever your message is, you need to claim that it is worth something and put a price on it, because it's not just money. It's your time, it's your energy, and it's you co-creating and activating that expansive energy to be, okay, I'm here for this person who's in a moment of collapse, and I'm a good coach, and I'm a good mentor, I'm a good healer, I'm a good guide, good, bad, whatever. I'm here, I'm present, I'm mastering my craft. You get to claim that, and you get to decide that that is worth more than money, and you get to decide how much money it is worth. That activates and inspires you to be fully present for someone, right? There is a higher purpose. That's what I know. So I don't know, truly, none of us know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? And I know that I don't know. But what I do know is that there are monks sitting in a box right now praying for humanity in the north of Thailand. I know, I've been in front of those boxes. This is their life. I've met a Mamo. A Mamo is the spiritual leader from a tribe in Colombia, in the highlands of Colombia. This man spent his first 9 years of life in a cave. And this is the life for the leaders. And people go and they're with the leader, but they're there in this cave for the first 9 years of life, being trained as the healer of the group, of the collective, of the tribe, of the community. So what I know is that there is not one way to live a life. And what I know is that your mission is probably not to sit in a box and pray. Your mission is to speak the truth. Your mission is to guide people who are aligned with your message. Your mission is to be your fullest expression and not take no for an answer. I mean, no in a certain concept, but not take no from society that what you desire to do in your life is not possible. The answer to that is yes. The answer to that is yes. If there's a yes in your heart, then you will attract the money that is necessary. And I cannot attract the money that is necessary for your next level investment. And I cannot tell you how many times that I did not know how I was going to invest in myself. Sometimes I didn't know how I was going to pay rent back when I didn't know how to create money sustainably and clients consistently. I cannot tell you how many times I didn't know. And in that moment, the fractal of the universe arrives offering me the way. So I've received loans that I didn't ask for, that I didn't apply for. I've received investments that I didn't ask for. You can ask for them. And it's just like, I asked the universe to show me the way. I asked the universe, I said, I want this. I want to be guided by this individual. I don't want to be distracted by mainstream media. I don't want to collapse every time there's a shift in my reality. I want to commit to my original dream of abundance, of alignment, of sharing in togetherness and in community. I want to blow my offers up. I want my offers to make me $1 million, and I'm not taking no for an answer. The timeline gets to be what it is, but I will be a millionaire. You could come along with me for the ride. And it will take investing in yourself. It will. All of those out there that are millionaires, unless they were inherited those millions, the millionaire coaches, the millionaire guides, unless they inherited those millionaires, ask them how much they invested in themselves. Ask them. It was continuous. It doesn't even matter the amount of money. It was continuous. And I made some bad investments. I joined some courses that I didn't get personalized support because that was the money I was spending at the time. And if you desire personalized support and high touch mentorship, and you desire to be a high touch guide and offer high touch mentorship, then you get to immerse yourself in what that actually feels like and what that actually is like. So that when you want to quit, there is somebody by your side that's like, here's what we get to do together. Here's how we co create this. Hey there, visionary leader. If you're resonating with this message, I'd like to invite you into your next level life and business. Enrollment has begun for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. This is my signature group container to help you design an offer so delicious, so juicy, so based on your soul gifts that you are thrilled to invite your soulmate clients inside of it. I'm going to teach you how to promote this offer with a ton of heart and to sell out this offer with ease to meet your revenue goals. I would love to have you inside if you are a visionary leader who knows that they are great at what they do. You'd like to collapse the timeline on how long it takes to reach consistent income with an offer that you truly love. Go to the link in the show notes to apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. I will be sitting with your application individually, and I will send an email to let you know if you've been accepted in a few days after application. Thank you for trusting me with your vision, and I can't wait to see what we co-create. So it's not to say that there aren't people that don't have money. Those monks in the boxes, the whole community is around, they deliver them food. And yeah, monks in general get alms. Like that's what they get. They get support to do their work, which is prayer. Prayer is a part of our work. And I know that running a successful six-figure business is not on prayer alone. We get to pray, show me the way, help me have my husband be a yes for my dreams, or however the money wants to circulate to you so that you can continue to invest in your business and your growth and your personal development and your rise. You get to pray for that, and you get to take a little bit of action to meet the universe halfway. So it's not to say that people don't have money. Some people don't, right? That's the way it is. I didn't have a lot of money in my life. Now I do. And it is this season of life I've consciously chosen to reinvest the money that I do make into my business to make more, to become the millionaire. I am not like questioning what it takes anymore. I know I'm on the inside. I'm in rooms with millionaires. I'm in rooms with millionaires, understanding how they think. So for you to become a six-figure business owner, you get to immerse yourself in the room with six-figure business owners, people who are not settling for a recession mindset or a surviving mindset. So you want to elevate people, you want to expand people, you want to activate people, then you get to go first. So some people don't have money, and that's okay. That's the way the world is. I grew up that way, so I know that it's true, right? But people in a fear state are less proactive. They're less proactive. So we're not trying to so I'm talking about this recession or this fear of a recession or this fact of a recession in the most expansive way possible, because just like the pandemic, it will end. And are you going to be that person that innovated during that time, that made it happen during that time, so that on the other side of this, that you chose yourself, that you backed yourself, that you backed your desires, that you made your dream life happen, that you co-created. You weren't just a ragdoll in the wind to collective conscious thoughts that are not your own to keep anymore. The media starts to tell you what to do. And because some of us are addicted to being told what to do, we're not activating that brave warrior within that is in our ancestry, each and every one of us. And maybe we start hoarding or stuffing money in mattresses. This is not a good look. It's not a good look. It's not what I did. When investing in your knowledge and skill, especially in your business, this will future proof your business. All right. I want to see if there's any comments. Amazing. Hey, Cheryl. I was checking in with my notes. Cheryl says, I really appreciate the way that you're delivering this, not in a all the media is a lie, but in the critical thinking vein. Exactly. Exactly. You know what is true for me in the spiritual sense is that, as much as I know nothing. And this is where faith kicks in. This is where faith kicks in. Do I know that I am supported by a higher purpose and a higher consciousness and a God and a universe and angels and a great mystery? Do I know that? I've been proven time and time again. When I trust, that I'm proven that trust is the key. So I would rather, so this is what it is. I would rather trust in myself and the people that value my creativity and the folks speaking in a different way. And I would rather value the moment to moment present awareness than what the media is predicting, because it's all a prediction. I have predictions. I'm an oracle. I'm an intuitive. I can see the future in some cases. I feel that I'm in alignment with some of the clairs here, just like you. You are claircognizant. You are clairaudient. You are clairsentient. You are clear visionary. You're a visionary leader, right? You have these intuitive gifts. And I would rather trust you. I would rather be in a room where you are and you're like looking at, you're an astrologer. All the astrologers predicted the pandemic in some way, So it's like there's a million ways to live a life. And I turned off the news a long time ago, and I still listen. I still have my pulse to the earth of what is really going on in both the everyday normal paradigm reality, because why not know that as well? I'm not hiding from the news. However, I also have the pulse to the earth of what my people need. And that's what you will get to do as a creator, as a content creator, as a business person. So just because there is talks of a recession or talks of this or talk of that, you still get to run your business. So the first year with a high value offer, kind of going for a circle, I replaced my income as a psychotherapist. This was the first year of the pandemic. So I had other offers. I didn't really consider them high value. They weren't really priced at a nourishing price for me. They gave a lot of value, but they were low cost courses. I was having a lot of trouble selling them because I'm a high value guide. When you want to go big, the misalignment can be that you're not actually selling big. You're not actually selling the thing you want to sell. You're not actually putting a price on it that transmits value. And this can be mindset, this can be strategy. We're not quite sure. If I have my eyes on your business, then we get more sure along the way. And this is truly a co-creation. But I replaced my income as a psychotherapist my first year with a high value coaching program. The second year, I doubled that. The third year, I doubled that. So we are, in fact, on a growth trajectory. And it wasn't because I listened to, oh my God, everybody run and hide. Like you're all going to die. No. Did I know what was going to happen? Did any of us know? No. Did I catch that god awful pneumonia a couple times? Yeah. Did I make it mean anything about me? No. So your life is built on what you make it mean about you. Because your offering is your offering and you are you. And your offering is an extension of you. It's an offering to life. It's an offering to your mission. You have a mission. Your offering is an offering to your mission, but also to those who go through your offering. In your business is the strategy that you wrap around your offering so that you are actually making money from your sacred calling. Because there is one thing to be in your sacred calling, and there's another thing to have to work 5 jobs to live your sacred calling. You can work a side job, you can work a side hustle. I like to call your job your side hustle. You can build this business in your own timeline. You can do it on the weekends. You can deeply serve someone like once in a while, like, but we don't want to cut off the creative flow to your soul's mission. If it's your soul's mission to serve, it's your soul's mission to speak something new and different and creative into the marketplace so that all of your friends and deeply spiritual people don't collapse because of things outside of their control, and you want to be that leader, and you want to be that soul-led leader, then come on, let's go. So the business that you chose to join in was no coincidence. You are meant to be a mentor, a guide, a healer, a creator of sacred space. You are meant to do this. And and this is timeless. This recession will end. Whether it even begins for you is up to you. We can all be abundant and create money. There are people that are just really like on the edge of their seat with $1 million in their bank account, but don't have you in their corner. That's the truth. That's the truth that mainstream media won't tell you when they're talking about money in a recession. That's the truth of it. There are people with millions of dollars with cash on hand who are abundant, and they want someone who calls them home to their offer. That's you. You're calling people home. So if you want to learn the skills of selling as a ceremony that will help you create money for the rest of your life and help you call clients and attract clients into your offerings, whether you stick with this signature offering that we create in the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, or you expand and pivot and move, which is another graceful skill that you learn in my program, is to how to be fluid, how to pivot during a recession, how to really tap into what is the skill that is recession proof, and how do I speak about that to people? How do I let them know that it is safe to invest here? I want you to know it is safe to invest here, because I'm not going to speak into your life like you don't know what you're already doing. I know you've done a lot in the self-development realm, in the business realm. You're out there creating content. You're out there doing the dang thing. You're out there speaking truths. You're out there being unique. You're out there being you. You've moved through the little nuggets of hiding, and now you want to expand. You want that graceful up leveling where you have different questions, where you have deeper questions. You want to know how to create a contract. You want to know how to actually wrap a business in a business structure. You want to actually know how to profit and not be in this kind of I give more than I receive energy. This, I got you. You tell me what you want. And if I feel like I can help you, then I'm here to help you. And if I don't feel like I can help you, I am in the deepest integrity possible. I refer you one of my clients. If I don't do the work that you're asking for, I will refer you to one of my clients, because the integrity of this program is of my highest regard. I want you inside the room expanding the other expanders. And that doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. That means that you get to bring yourself. You get to know that you want this. You get to know that you want to be guided, supported. You know that you want what you want. So I'm going to have you apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. This is a no pressure application. This application alone sparks in you what you truly desire. Then we get on a visionary leadership call, which is going to be another upgrade for you. And then and only then, if we are both in alignment with you joining the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, I will invite you in. And then you can come and join us for 3 months, where this is a mastermind like no other. I have the blueprint. I have the roadmap. I have the energetic trainings. I have the soulful selling skills that will help you to sell anything for the rest of your life and be a sales ceremonialist. You will feel great about selling for the rest of your life. And I also have the skills to help you guide your community, your collective, your clients in the high utmost integrity. I'm a trained psychotherapist, and I know the nuances of what happens in a sacred space kind of call. And so I'm there for you also through your epic delivery of your program. I am here for you for as long as you want to be guided and supported. There's no pressure to get this done fast. There's no Instagram culture like, let's get this fast before a recession does or does not hit. There's no pressure. We are going to actually play and have fun. And I'm going to regard you in the highest regard as a creative, as an individual, as a unique person with their own soul mission. So I invite you, dear one, to share your visions with me. Free your creativity.org/CC business school. It used to be a school until I realized that it is much more of a mastermind creative process where you are a part of the conversation. It's not a course that you have to take yourself through and you never receive live support. You get me on your side, in your corner, by your side for the mindset shifts, for the heart openings, for the expansions, for the downtimes, and for the get it done. You want a spreadsheet? Girl, I got a spreadsheet for you. You want some structure where your flowy intuitive ass can just be like, woo, I got a structure finally. Let's go. Let's create. Let's speak life into this dull, boring ass, regular, everyday media. You are unique. I know that because you're attracted to me. So let's go. There is nothing mediocre about you. We are, as my coach Juliana Garcia says, exiting the cult of average. Oh, I get a little in my throat when I'm like, average, mediocre. Nah, bitch. Like, let's go. Average people think that their recession is going to crush them. Average people think that other people don't have money, which, this is an average thought. Like, we don't even have to knock the average people. It is an average thought. It is. Many people come to me and say, who's going to pay for this? And people, they pay for it. They want to co-create with you. You just got to open up your heart, open up your voice, and let them know why. Let them know why you're their guide, why it's important for them right now. And I guide you. I help you write that content. So if there's any wonder of like, hey, will they know? They're going to know after we co-create. They're going to know why. They're going to know why. You're their girl, you're their guy, you're their non-binary human. You are the one. You become the one. You become the unfuckwithable, the unstoppable guide that is on the rise no matter the outside circumstances. It's you and your heart and me in your corner and the friends that I gather for this business immersion. And I cannot wait to co-create with you. And I will see you in the application process and on our visionary leadership call. And I'll see you next week.